honey bunners, welcome to your March 2022 reading. It is my pleasure to read for you guys. As you know, love it. God, what is going on for March? If you have not had the chance to check out my week 1 reading for March, please go ahead and march right over there. Yay! Pun number 1. And check it out. I also just did the Moon in Pisces reading. Hey guys, just pointing out, we have the Sun in Pisces, Moon in Pisces, beware. Ow! Okay. Not beware of werewolves, of course, God bless. But beware, heads are in the clouds. Get grounded, okay? So that being said, let's jump into the reading for March. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, feel free to check my Etsy page. I do want to remind you, because no one ever reads the item details. I do have a grace period with a capital G of 2 weeks for the readings. It can be up to 2 weeks because that's just how energy flows, okay? It's just the way it goes. So please, if you're not interested in waiting up to that long, then please, God bless you. Also, if you'd like to have a live healing session / intuitive counseling session with me via Zoom, please do feel free to check Etsy as well. Those tend to book within a few days because we tend to get that done in a few days because the energy flows differently and the function is different, okay? So either way, come hit me up, or if you'd like to say hi or get me a cup of coffee or get Cherry a cup of coffee, she's so cute. Feel free. All right, let's jump in. Let's see what's going on. Oof, some father issues coming up already. My God. All right, so March. So in the month of March, we have our first card at the bottom of the deck here as the Tower card. I do see that there's going to be an escape from something. I do have to be honest, energetically speaking, this is not for everybody, but for somebody here, this feels like it could even be a near fatal crash, God bless you, of some sort, something that's near fatal. You will escape from this, okay? That clearly obviously isn't for everybody, but that's the way it'll manifest for somebody here. But at a higher level, the energetic dynamic here that I'm seeing is that there could be some towers coming down in March, but I do feel that you're going to be fine. I do feel that you will heed some warnings. One of those warnings, which I'd like to go ahead and let you know right now, is to get grounded in the month of March, especially during Pisces season, okay? I just wanted to let you know that. You will be surrounded by people of all sorts. There are going to be some people who are here to lead you for your benefit, and they come across as wiser. You'll know who these people are. And then there are some who may seem that way or want to give you their advice or want to hook up with you, whether it's for business or romance or just whatever. I would say steer clear from those people. They are not to be trusted. I get a very mercenary energy from some of those people. Look at this. I do see that the energies of shame, 9 of Swords here, will be in the air during the month of March heading into April, but I do very much, you can look, one of my eyes are on camera, ding. I do want you to notice that I feel that you can sidestep this shame by what? Not engaging in certain energies and certain activities with certain people. So please look for the people who are, just because someone comes to you does not mean that they're trustworthy, all right? And even if they're not doing it to be malicious or not doing it with malintent, just sometimes being connected with their energy is enough to get you in trouble. We all know that from our school days, okay? So just, unless you were the person getting people in trouble, all right? So whatever it is, just be mindful. Look at this. We have Ace of Cups on the bottom, Ace of Wands at the top. So 2 aces, all right? Spirit is saying, whatever it is that you're going through in the month of March, you're going to be presented some stuff, because I do see some things being presented to you. It need not be love related. For somebody here, it's music connected with your mission work, okay? For some of you, it's communication of some sort. Could be music related to communication. Could be, I see some star stuff, so some of you will be dealing with galactic energies, all sorts of stuff. Whatever you start with in the month of March, I feel you're going to be going through some real changes, which makes sense now why I saw this World card wanting to come in earlier. In the middle, by the time you end March, I think that you're not going to be in the same place as before. So we see this beautiful Ace of Wands and this beautiful little elk or deer or just God bless, wanting to jump from one side to the other. And the idea is he can grab the Ace of Wands, a new beginning, the grand opportunity, something great, and head over. This is going to be representing something great from this season, the right, from the like winter season, right? My bad. But I feel that by the time spring rolls around, and we're lessons are being learned and energies are being settled, contracts are being turned down and or accepted and all that stuff, I feel, and also as things become more solid moving into Aries season and then obviously into Taurus season a little bit later, I just feel that you guys may no longer want what it is that you want at this time going into the month of March. Okay, for somebody here, this is definitely relationship based, because I'm feeling that as pure as water, fish. Even some of you could be you literally want to they keep wanting to say commute here. You hear it kind of coming out my mouth. So that's for somebody. For some of you, you may want to commit to somebody and have some type of, give birth to something. So maybe a family, or you want to start a business or something with this person. I just don't feel that you're going to be in that mindset anymore. Whatever this is, remember, we're reading the energies at a higher dynamic. As we look at it here closer to the physical, that's when we see the details. So it could be about moving in with somebody. It could be about collaborating with them for work purposes. It could be about getting romantically involved with them, maybe even like wanting to take union or engagement to the next level of some sort. Whatever this is, I just feel like you're just gonna be like this. No thanks, not anymore. Right now you're like, yay, let's do it, and then later I'm just saying, no thanks, not anymore. There's no arguing, there's no whatever. It's just, and part of that reason is because for some of you, you will have heeded the advice coming through from the angels from today's daily reading, today being March 1st, God bless. My daily reading on Instagram, if you aren't on there, go ahead and check it out. You can follow the link in the description box. But what they said there is focus on what it is that you have. There are a lot of things that you actually have going for you, talents, abilities, material, resources, objects, all sorts of stuff that you, and even sometimes peace. Sometimes your friends, the ones who they're going through some stuff, you're not going through it. So when you hang up the phone from them, or when you say bye and you close the door, you're free. You're absolutely free. You don't have those problems. So there are some things the Spirit is saying you are not realizing are going in your favor. It's about looking at what they said was the unacknowledged pile at your feet. Here we see this here with the Empress energy, the lady energy representing male, female, gender non-conforming, just representing you getting focused on what it is that you have, what it is that you bring to your own table. This is very much self. And notice there are no Three of Swords, heartbreak energies there, because you're, for once, focused on you. And I feel that it's that kind of focus that will bring you from here, like all engaging and intertwining and blah, blah, blah with other people, and just be like, no thanks. But also, you will have good observation, because you will be observing along this month, along this time, speaking of, excuse me, see how the guides work? Yeah, look at the next card. Look at how he's like looking, he's using his eyes, he's like spying, he's looking at what his friend is doing or what the opportunity is about, looking at the details greater. Through this month, you will be taking a keen eye to something, and you will get into this no thanks, Four of Cups energy. No thanks. No thanks. Again, no arguing, no drama, just no thanks. That's it. I'm gonna go my own way. That's you. Go my own way. I'm gonna call it another awesome day. I'm changing the words here. Look at this. I'm gonna go my own way. 10 of Wands. You're not gonna lose much in this, I'm getting. Not much is going to be lost, because guess what? You didn't go in with much. Maybe you don't have many items if it's about a move. Maybe you don't have many things to your name. Maybe you weren't bringing too many things in the first place. If it's about capital because you're trying to get into a business with somebody, maybe your investment wasn't that huge anyway and it was inconsequential. Whatever this is, or even relationships, whatever this is, you're not going to lose much is what I'm getting, and you're going to go your own way. You're going to have a brand new beginning for yourself. I do feel it's not going to be the Ace of Wands brand spanking new beginning that you wanted, and that's because you had an idea. You had an idea about what you want, and of course ideas are always like this on the horizon, right? But when you get down and you notice what's actually going on, you look at the realities, Pisces energy starts to dissipate a bit. the mists are clearing, and especially again, if you have Pisces placements or Neptunian placements in your chart in significant ways, those areas of your life are going to be affected in some way by these energies, okay? And so those are the areas of your life that maybe you have a potential to not see things as clearly. So you can counter that by really stepping up. Get on your feet. Get on your feet. But in a way that you get on your feet and stop just being lackadaisical. Anyway, stop just sitting on your bum. Pay attention to the details. When you do that, you start to minimize that vision you had before, because you're starting to realize, oh, okay, my bad. It wasn't like, it was actually like one of those, right? Because you're now looking at the details and you're moving forward. Look at this dog, so cute. The dog's like, you okay? And you're like, yeah, you better watch your step. Like they're helping. This is us, the guides. God bless, right? And when you start to realize, oh, okay, so this is what I was actually seeing. I thought I was seeing something else. But from a more informed space, you're able to move forward more clearly. In the Six of Swords, move forward more clearly. And I do see that some of you will be actually hooking up with somebody who is more appropriate, more grounded, more in alignment with your energies in a healthy way in the summer months, okay? Now, I was going to say in the month of May, but I heard summer. Now, when I say hooking up, remember, of course, you are tempted to see this as a romantic thing, but this could actually be referring to connection when it comes to, I'm hearing real estate for somebody, so maybe about moving, finding a new place to stay. It could be about business ventures. It could be about legal stuff. It could be about whatever. It's all about your soul's curriculum and how these energy dynamics manifest for you. For somebody here, this is about a parent. I do feel that it almost feels like you may have, it just need not be your exact details, but your mom lives in the same country as you and your father may live somewhere else. I'm just getting like Paris, for example. Your father may live elsewhere. This is about you reconciling with the split in the family, regardless of how that split manifests. It could be manifesting as this huge drama-filled, torrid situation that blah, blah, blah. Or it could just be like, oh, well, we all live separate lives. I'm more in tune with my mom, and I'm kind of okay with my dad, but we're all three never in the same room at the same time. This is about you reconciling and coming to terms with what is and how things are, and recognizing that little part of you, which is vibing about 15 to 16 years old as I'm feeling it, and also 23 is significant for you. It's time for those parts of you to evolve and to mature and to grow up and to integrate with the here and now. Okay, so that's some very good stuff that's coming through for you. I feel that will be continuing into the month of April. Now, as that happens, that will come out for you in particular, whoever this is for. That's going to happen because there will be a sequence of events that will create the conditions for that maturation of these inner parts of you to come about. Okay, so just be mindful, keep an eye out for that, and it's not going to be anything majorly like in crisis mode or crazy or anything. It's just going to be a bunch of epiphanies. Like, okay. It's almost like when you realize, oh, okay, I was still carrying this, but I realized I actually don't need to. And that's it. Okay? The Moon card. All right, so I'm seeing, here's, gosh, to Justice card. All right, okay. Justice always trying to hang around. Anyway, we have the Moon card here for a lot of you guys. Again, March seems to be a month where a lot of things are coming in for the potential contracts. March is very filled with potential contracts. Again, though, you're being asked to be mindful of what you're signing onto with certain people, places, things, and situations. You do want to wait until the cosmic energies are more clear. You want to make sure that you bring more groundedness in, because Spirit is asking you to get clear. You see how these two beautiful little wolves are doing their thing here in the Moon card? And then in the back, we've got these two rocks that resemble them. That's what you have to be about. If something walks like a duck and talks like a duck, during this time, you have to go ahead and assume maybe it's a duck, because you're seeing the receipts. You're seeing the receipts. Ask for the receipts. Look for the receipts. Otherwise, you can get duped with things. Spirit is saying that part of your ability to get grounded is about getting grounded and asking to see the facts about things. If you're trying to move, speak to, investigate the grounds. Speak to the right people, like things like that. If you want to get into business with somebody, look at what each person is bringing to the table. Look at their work ethic. Look at their LinkedIn. Look at their, ask around. Do those kinds of things. They're saying yes. But one of the things that they're also asking you to do is to clear your energy field, which we know Spirit talks about that a lot on my Instagram channel. They talk about getting clear, going inward, right? In my videos before, I've given you the 4-step process for energy field management. And this is just a basic, by the way. First thing, you want to clear your energy. So I release any and all energies that do not belong to me, or that no longer suit me, or are not in alignment with my highest good. So that's the first step. Second step is call upon your protection. Ask your guides, your angels, you ask God, whoever it is for you, ask your higher self to bring in protection. Also, call back your own energies to be healed and transmuted. So I call upon my guides and my angels and blah, 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 right? I also ask that my energies be returned to me now, right? Healed and transmuted. The third thing, you're going to go ahead and shield up, zoop. So make sure you put yourself in a beautiful bubble of light. You can imagine yourself wearing suits, whatever you need to represent you energetically, enclosing yourself, right? And number 4, program your field. So you always want to program your shields and your field. So once you're shielded up, you go ahead and program your shield to let love in freely. Come and go. Love comes and goes freely. Also, make sure that you allow for any negative energies that come up within you to be transmuted immediately. Otherwise, you're going to walk around looking like a fudgesicle, because the energies your lower vibration energies are trapped and accumulating within your shield, within your field, because you blocked it off, so it can't get out, right? So make sure that you allow those energies to be transmuted within, to and be cleared, whatever. And also make sure that you're programming your shield not to let lower vibrations in. So please make these, the cornerstones of your daily practice. So when you wake up in the morning, and surround yourself with light, all of this, before you go to bed as well, and throughout the day as needed. We are energetic beings, and we literally, just imagine us as cute little pots of soup. And if you're walking around with muddy soup all day, you want to clear it. Okay, that probably wasn't the best example. But think about your Merkaba. Think about your energetic field, your auric field, as your sacred vehicle. And it moves and navigates this world based on vibration. So if you're carrying lower vibrations, it lowers your frequency, and that calls towards you lower frequency / lower quality people, places, things, and situations. So you're going to get a new apartment. You're going to get a new mate. You're going to get a new job. But what quality do you want to attract? You always have to go inward and look at what you're vibing as, okay? So anyway, and inner work is a lifetime thing. That's just how it works. So Spirit is saying, going back to what they're saying, yes, during this time, to getting grounded but is important. It means looking at the receipts, looking at the details, asking questions, things like that. But another way that you can protect yourself at this time is to purify your energetic field. So start looking at yourself, going inward. And of course, you can hit me up, because that's what I do. I help people. But you can also journal. You can also turn to your left and right. Hey guys, ask your angels and guides. You can ask your friends. You can get a wonderful therapist or a wonderful religious leader that you trust, and just whatever it is to help you go inward and make sense of what's going on. Okay. I'm also seeing that in the month of March, it's my birthday month, so I can roll my eyes a bit, okay? But distractions, they're coming out of the woodwork, which makes sense because, when we're in the mist, sometimes when we're in the fog, we just see our own reflections. We're projecting. Well, technically, we're always only seeing our own stuff anyway. God bless. But this is possibly going to be a month where, again, if you're not careful, you can become a bit confused. And when you are in that space, you may not realize it, and you may become really strong about something like, oh yeah, I think this is a great way to go. I'm excited about this. And you're all excited about moving forward with a certain person, place, thing, or situation, but guys are putting the brakes on that a little bit, because you need to realize there's a reason why you're beating the drum of someone or something, a reason why you are all riled up to go, you're excited about it. Make sure that what your excitement and your enthusiasm is founded upon is clear, level-headed thinking, with feet firmly on the ground, with as clear and energetic field as possible, things like that. So get into a mindfulness practice if you can. Find ways to keep yourself accountable, because you see this Two of Swords, it's really showing that you will have options this month, and you because of just the energy in the air, you may be getting excited and come to a place of wanting to make decisions, but those decisions may not be founded upon solid, healthy ideology and premises. So be mindful. The same goes for knee-jerk reactions. Knee-jerk reactions are basically our reactions that occur when we're triggered. The thing about it is that a lot of times we are triggered because something occurs in our life that touches upon a wound that we may or may not be aware of, a core wound, inner child wounding, past life stuff that is still active and unhealed. So these are, from an energy healer perspective, like for example, when I look into someone's field, I see these as aspects. They're like weather cells, like we have a cold cell coming across the east, like they're yeah, they're like they're pockets that become active when they start to vibrate. They become active. They get triggered when they are in proximity with something that let's say reminds them of something that you went through in another time and space, whether it's this lifetime or another past lifetime. Spirit is showing that this is a great time for you to start working on those pockets. They're laughing. They're like pockets. Watch, they actually look like pockets. Just kidding. I don't know. But anyway, you get my point. So these are consciousness. These are aspects of you. They're consciousnesses of you, and they have their own ideas, they have their own lenses, they have their own perceptions. So when we do energy healing work with these aspects of you, we can have these dialogues, we can talk to them. They're very and they come through with their personality. A lot of these things are from and the level of consciousness that they're carrying. A lot of them are past life aspects of yours that are still unhealed, and a lot of them could be aspects of you from this lifetime that split off to a certain degree when you went through trauma. So that's why when we're doing work together, it's like soul integration. We're finding ways to get you back into connection with these aspects of you, and then pulling the two of you back together through mutual decision, right? So either way, my point that I'm trying to say is in this month, you may have, you may also get triggered by some stuff, and that's a good thing, the guides are saying, and the justice energies are saying, because when we get triggered, we become aware of, hey, I don't feel too good. And then if you really take it to the way you're supposed to take it, you're like, okay, I totally blew up at that ice cream guy when he gave me one ball with chocolate sprinkles, and I asked for one ball with cake mix sprinkles or whatever. I don't know. People ask for these ice cream shops. And I really blew up at him, and he's just like, dude, I don't make that much money. I'm sorry. I don't care. And the whole point is, I realized I was triggered. This didn't actually happen. I'm not like that. But I went to my car and I sat down. I realized I was triggered. Why was I so angry at this guy for giving me the wrong sprinkles? It wasn't about the sprinkles. What was this? And then when you sit and you really feel it, you, depending on your awareness and your connection to self, you can glean a lot of information. And at the end of the day, you will always release the person, because the person has nothing to do with this. It's always because they just happen to step into your unhealed wound unknowingly, unwittingly. Okay, so they're saying that this is the month to really help to alleviate yourself by looking for your triggers. You can't heal what you don't feel. So that's what the beauty of being triggered is. It brings it up, and then you can start thinking about it. All right? So in a sense, they're saying that the month of March can be a month of mastery, okay? The month of March, and as I say, whenever we have scorpionic energies in the air, whether it's through the moon or we've got Sun Scorpio or just whatever, when we've got these energies in the air where we're being triggered and our stuff is coming up from the past and from deep inside, I always say it's the opportunity for mastery, because the whole point of being on Earth is to have healing. It's to heal the self, and there are other things that we do as well, but that's very important. So when these energies come up, they give us the opportunity to take a look and to take a deep dive, and you become a master of the moment when you meet that occasion with even a little bit of willingness, And that willingness could simply look like, dear God, I almost cut that man's head off because he gave me rainbows or chocolate sprinkles and I wanted rainbow sprinkles. I'm sorry. That guilty laugh. I'm sorry. And I would like to do better. I don't know how to do better. Please help me to do better. Done. Okay. And once you have those ideas in mind, and you really say it from the heart, Spirit will start to arrange things in your life, people, places, things, and situations to help you to, master that. All right? Okay, thank you. I'm seeing the King of Wands here, and he's coming through with an energy of mastery, but I feel like I'm going to leave him out here a little bit because there's some energies that he's not done addressing. It almost feels like it's, and of course our next thought is like, oh, Aries energy. Yeah, Aries energy, of course, God bless. But it's almost like this is an energy that's going to become active. Oh, speaking of, here we have the Tower moment again, how we started this reading. Let me go ahead and pull some of these guys here. Switch to the Muse Tarot. Let's see what else is happening in the month of Marzo. Okay. Okay. Couldn't make it up if we tried. Justice. Okay, coming out again. A little bit of a fumble there, but it came out. So you might be, the week one March reading, March week one reading spoke about victory already being here. So I do feel that there's going to be some stuff going on in March. Oof, look at these cards. I do also get there's going to be a cleansing going on in March. Yeek. When I say yeek, it's just like, oh, it's for your good. It's for your good, for your own good, though. Now, if you listen, don't you even switch this video off. If you are in here for a romantic reading and you are getting triggered by any ideas like, oh, it's not going to work out, I'm going to not listen to this video, don't you dare click off, because I see you. We see you, okay? This is you needing to listen. Now, Hermit card, okay? Ugh. All right. You know, I don't like to get strong on you like that, but, you know, you got to be mindful in this tarot community. People wanting to only hear the fantasy about their love relationships when sometimes, yeah, it ain't about the fantasy. So Spirit is coming through with the Justice energies. Let's go ahead and look. One of the things you want to be mindful of in the month of March is getting into this idea that just because I put a lot of time and a lot of work into something doesn't mean it's going to pan out. Now, this doesn't have to be about romance. It could literally be about work. It could be about some projects that you're doing. But a lot of people I'm seeing here have to abandon that energy, that idea. It's so, again, the month of March, a cleansing, the month of March is going to be a good time for triggers to come up, a good time for us to realize what we're working with, what we're thinking, what we are carrying with us, any entitlement, it's breakthroughs. But we also want to stay grounded. But what I'm seeing here is one of the things that they want you to be mindful of is that down here, from the bottom up perspective, from earth up, we have this idea that I put that 10,000 hours in. I should be a master at this. I should be yielding. I should be getting money. I should be getting recognition. I should be getting this. I should at least get a t-shirt, But Spirit is saying, no, that is very bottom up. When you go from a top-down perspective, you start to realize that you engaging in something doesn't oh God, what is the word? It's here, but it's not there. Ensure, that's not the right word, but let's go with it. It doesn't ensure success the way you see it. A lot of times you were slated to engage in something in order to have an experience and then to move on. That could be about romance, but it really could also be about business. So you see a lot of times people start businesses, they don't go well, or they startups, all sorts of stuff. It doesn't go well, it folds, or just whatever. This is because Spirit is saying that we keep thinking that failure means failure, but a lot of times we perceive of something as being a failure, when if you were to look from the top down, look at the soul charts, you'll realize, oh, okay, this wasn't actually supposed to go beyond a certain time. This was only supposed to be for 2 months or just whatever. And down here we were like, we thought it'd be forever, and so that's something that we want to pay attention to. Okay, so the Spirit is saying, let those energies go. So they're saying that once you can get to a point of being able to be okay with not once you can be okay with not winning in your estimation, not having things work out the way you want. Remember the victory. They keep talking about this in a week 1 March reading as well. They keep saying that we have different ideas of what victory is, but victory is here already. And they're saying we want you to release this idea that victory has to look a certain way. It has to come about in a certain way and after a certain time, because once we can do that, it frees us up to really be flexible and be usable by Spirit. So what if Spirit actually wants you to be able to move freely? Like, they want you here for 2 months and they want you here and they want you. What if you're one of those people that Spirit wants you to be moving around a lot? Some people, Spirit wants them to stay right where they are for a reason. But there are some that they want you to actually be very mobile so that they could move you. You know, and they say, "Dear God, please move me, oh God, so I may be," you know, all that stuff. This is what it is, right? And so they're saying to help you to be able to pivot and to be flexible and all of that, you have to learn to let go of creating these visions in your head and these principles. There's another word they used in the March 1 reading, I believe. These or maybe it was moon reading, moon in Pisces, I don't know. But these principles that serve to keep you stuck. Principle. I put a lot of time and effort into this and money into this. I should be getting this out of this. I should be this. I should be that. And Spirit is like, no, enough. We're done. We yellow card on that. We put you through this program quickly. Now we want you to move all the way over there for 2 months, and 2 months when we want you to date this person for 6 months. Then we want you to go over here for, and you know, we're like, what? And that's why they don't tell us down here, but we know because we were there when we all wrote it in our soul charts. Okay. When you release these energies and these principles and you free yourself up, of course, you're going to have to do a little bit of emotional control. We have the grief card here. God bless you. Understandable. And they're saying that the Ten of Swords here, marking the end of a very painful cycle, is here to mark the end of these beliefs, because a lot of these beliefs have been instilled through conditioning, through pain, through trauma, through past life stuff, through, you know, the conditioning you learned as you grew up. So in short, they understand that it's not easy to let go, quote unquote, to surrender, to release, right? But it is necessary for a lot of you, for the things that are coming up for you, the plans that Spirit has for you. That being said, here we have followed straight up with the Eight of Cups, which is all about walking away. And sometimes it can be hard to walk away, they're saying, from something that still seems to be somewhat alive. Look at her walking away from that bowl. So we all feel that pain. But I thought we could have gone the distance together and gotten married, and there's still feelings, but Spirit wants you to walk away from that because it wasn't designed to go that far. Oh, but you know, we could still make money with this business if we tried this and we tried, but Spirit doesn't want you to do that. When I say Spirit, you at a higher self, you and you at a higher self wants this at a higher level. And they're saying that, you know, because they're like pinching, they're like, don't forget to tell them it's not always us. Yeah, it's not always us, but we remember, Spirit, quote unquote, starts with our higher self. We're the ones who are holding the contract. We're the ones who came in like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that with this and that. And the guides and our teachers, our angels, all of that, they're here to support. They're not necessarily telling you, you must do this, you have to do that, right? They're probably up there like, oh, hey, according to page 6 of your whatever, this is what you have to do next, or, you know, and they're trying to support you. And that's why it's important that we get on board with assuming leadership within our charts, within our life. We have to make the decisions, and they help to flow the energies in the way that we are asking for those energies to go. So I guess assuming leadership and ownership of your life, ownership for your life and ownership for your choices, is very important. They've been really talking about choices, and on my Instagram through the daily messages, they've been talking about the importance of making choices. And not only do you need to do it, but you need to do it in a way that is in the interest of your higher self, right? Highest good. So once we start to own our own stuff, life becomes a little bit easier, in the sense that, well, there's some pressure that gets put off because we stop feeling like we're horrible people, but it also helps us to get active because we start to realize, okay, cause and effect. I did this, it created that, and you know, I understand, and my choices have my impulses have results. So long story short, this is a lesson that will be coming around in March. It's already here. And the whole idea is to put an end to it. I have to be honest, we have the 10 of... they're saying not to throw out the baby with the bathwater, but put an end to the negative aspects of these conditions that you have, these behaviors that you have. They're actually saying that there were some things that could have worked out to your benefit had you made different choices along the way. So for example, let's say somebody did blow into town, and it could have worked out between the two of you, but you made some choices that made that connection that could have worked go sour, right? So for example, there are things that if we take different approaches, we could have better outcomes. Some things aren't so black and white, like, oh, this is not for you and that is for you, but that's not for you, and he's not for you and she's not for you, but that guy is for you. Or, it's not like that. It's like, oh, this person could be for you, but you guys have to choose love and not choose fear. You have to move through in a more positive way, and you have to, so it's navigating. Life is about navigation. So get in your cute little Merkabas, get in your energy field, get in your auric field, set your course, be mindful, try to monitor your mood, try to monitor the things that you're allowing into your energy field, people, places, things, and situations, what you're watching, what you're eating, what you're listening to. I'm gonna say it. We all love. I'm not gonna say it anyway. God is good. Anyway, just because mainstream society lauds something as cool doesn't mean it's actually cool. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's not healthy. It's not good for the spirit. It's just keeping you in low vibe, and people can redo themselves and remake themselves in the public eye to be cool, but didn't you murder a few people back in the day? I'm just gonna leave it at that and let that go. Yeah, so just be mindful of the things that people are selling you and what you're consuming. Anyway, so Spirit is saying these are all the things that you have to do if you are interested in navigating this earthly plane, in programming your energetic field to gravitate towards higher vibrational things, people, places, things, and situations, which we know will help to bring you access to higher potentials. Okay, higher potentials. All right. So they're saying in the month of March, once you get to a certain level of severance, they're saying, very important, because remember, we're severing a lot of stuff. We have the 10 of Swords, which is a card of severance. We've got the Grief card after loss. We've got the Eight of Cups card, leaving something behind. We've got the Wheel card, bringing the end, heralding the end of a major cycle. We've got a lot. And then we've got this Knight of Swords card, jumping on his bike, getting ready to go, right? So this is showing that once you have reached a certain level of severance of these lower vibrations in the month of March, I am getting around the 27th, a little bit later in the month. You will really, even the 29th I'm getting, you will really be up and at 'em, ready to go. So think about this month as a month where you can really do some nice purging work, where you can really be in the ethers, you can really feel your stuff. Stay grounded, though. Stay grounded. That being said, the overarching energies here, we have the Temperance card. God bless, God bless. I always like to think of the Temperance card as the good doctor. When I see the Temperance card coming in, we know some healing energies are coming in. And then we've got the Judgment card. Look at this. This is, and I do want to also let you know, bam, we got the Justice card straight up. Remember, second time in this reading. So this Judgment card is you coming to a place of peace. At releasing, I almost said resistance. Whatever you were resisting before, resisting letting go, and suddenly I want to yawn. Yeah, because as I was talking, earlier, I was feeling some throat chakra issues. Yeah, definitely. How I was like, right? And now here it is, the releasing of it came out as a yawn. Whatever you were holding on to, for some of you, again, I'm feeling the father issue. Some of you are really holding on to some deep-seated father issues. Some of you, your fathers are not even physically around, if they're even still on the planet, God bless. And so there are things that you've been wanting to say, you've been needing to say as an adult. I'm getting, say it anyway. Say it to the wind. Release it. Whatever all this is, the stuff is, you gotta release it. It's time to release. And I feel that the energies in the month of March are going to be very, very, very supportive of helping you to get over a lot of these things, these shadowy energies, these low self-worth energies, Five of Pentacles, low self-value, all of that. And here's where the mastery comes in with the King of Wands. And what a lovely thing to end on with the month. The King of Wands is fire. You know, he went in water, he came out fire. Yeah? That's cute. I like that. I don't know why. I like that. It's pretty cool. Now, remember we had the Hermit card. God bless. The Hermit card shows, I'm also seeing a swan here. Oh, God bless. Because they're saying that swans, you know, when we think of swans, we think of love and they want to be connected and they're so cute and then they crane their necks. God bless. We love swans. But imagine the swan swimming alone, you know, having to do its stuff. It's doing its work, it's doing its due diligence, it's doing its thing, but it'll only be even happier when it rounds the corner and it sees that other little swan. Stop. I was just about to say, now I want to pull another card and see if there's going to be a swan. And I was like, wait, there are no swans in this deck. But then I remembered the card right underneath. Oh my God, they're so funny. The Knight of Cups. Look at this man. Do you, sir? All right. Coming with an offer of love. So Spirit is saying that for a lot of you, yes, we know you want that love. We know what you want. We know you want companionship. We know you just want to get over all this stuff. We want to just get out of all this healing work already. When am I going to have it? When am I going to have the King of Wands? When am I going to have the Two of Cups? Dude, I'm like, what is this card? All right, okay. When am I going to have it? Spirit is saying it's going to come. But right now, this is about healing the inner. This is about doing the inner work. And, you know, I'm just saying, if you were to get somebody right now, for my singles, if you were to get somebody right now, with these kinds of issues, are they actually going to be like, you know, wouldn't you rather, I know the answer to this is no already, because I even feel like no, wouldn't you rather just wait a little bit longer, knock some of this stuff out in March, see what comes around for you? Because again, when you clear energies within your energy field, you know, with your friendly local readers and healers, hi, me, right? Or you do your inner work, you journal, you speak to your therapist, you speak to your rabbi, you speak to whatever. When you're doing this work, when you're reflecting, when you're engaged in your artistic pursuits, when you're playing that music to yourself and you're strumming your guitar and you're drawing your paintings and all sorts of stuff, when you're clearing, you are actively strengthening your field. They're saying you are raising the vibration. When you raise the vibration within you, dear God, 47 minutes, 47 seconds, that's 11:11. You raise the vibration of what it is that you're attracting to you. So you see, when you do you get a chance to get something better down the line. Now, if you're in a connection right now, guess what? Still do you. Focus on you, because by doing that, you're raising your frequency. And if the partner that you're with is also interested on some level in I hear the word escalating themselves, they will rise to the occasion. And if they're not, then that's not the partner for you. They're going to naturally, God bless, fall out of alignment with you. And, you know, it's hard, I get it, but the truth is that we are constantly needing to grow. This is what we are. We are beings. We are fractal beings that just keep doing fractal things, okay? And we have to keep evolving. When we do not evolve and we stay stuck, when we get to a certain point and we really take our personal development seriously, guess what? Guess who you attract? People who also take it seriously. So then when you keep growing, guess what? They're going to keep growing too, and they're going to be growing in alignment with you. But remember, there was a point when you weren't really trying to hear all that, and you were just trying to react to the world and you know, go based off of your conditioning and your subconscious stuff and you weren't aware. So you attracted someone like that. And at some point you became invested in wanting to do better, and hopefully this person will rise to that occasion. If not, then, you know, it is what it is. But your choice is to stay stuck or to move forward. And they're saying it doesn't even have to always be reduced to romantic stuff. It could be about, it could be about, you know, evolving in terms of your work, in terms of your service. You know, starting something just to make money is completely different from starting something for the benefit of mankind. Like, it's a shift, right? So we could always go deeper, we could always get better, we can always have more integrity, you can always be brighter, you can have the light, you can represent the light in a better way when we continue to do our inner work. Okay. Temperance card. Boop. So anyway, the month of March is going to be about releasing. It's going to be about allowing these healing energies to come through, going with the flow, God bless, staying grounded, and working it. Okay? So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me or a live energy healing session with me via Zoom, please do go ahead and check the Etsy link. Please do be mindful of the wait times and bless your buttons, okay? Release. Bye, you guys. Happy March.